From your perspective, are we losing our ability to distinguish between the real narratives, and what can leaders and ordinary citizens do to resist the manipulation?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, of course, we are losing this ability. It's quite worrying, and I think this is like the core of my work today. It is an emergency, and it's actually interesting if you observe. You know, it's not just like I declare that this is an emergency, so you should consider it an emergency. It is actually considered by the U.S. as an emergency at the military level. They are deploying massive budgets on the topic of cognitive warfare, on research to analyze like the degradation of cognitive abilities but at scale, you know. The point is here, they are doing all of this at scale. So it shows that I'm not like the only person in the world obsessed with this idea, but that there is a
Yeah.
real interest in the topic and a real emergency. The problem is that there are, you know, again, it's like military, it's federal, it's states. Nothing is being done at the individual scale to give, you know, the people the tools to just act, you know. Lots of research, and if you follow my work, you know that theory, you know, there is a big difference between theory and reality. I prefer reality over theory, even though I love theory. And this is what I am building today. In practice, I am helping the people, and you know, I work with like people that are smart, you know, leaders, people that succeed in life, but you need a lot of humility to recognize, and this is what I love about the people I work with, you know, the modesty to recognize the decision that I make may not be based on reality completely. And most leaders today, you know, particularly males, have a strong ego. And it's very difficult
Yeah.
just to say, like, you know, I may make the wrong decisions. And the problem is your decisions are impacting, you know, sometimes millions of lives or dozens of lives. So of course, we are losing our ability to distinguish reality from narratives, as we discussed as well earlier. There are like, you know, brain reason. There is like a science reason behind it. Um, and my goal is really to help people reinforce what I call, you know, the cognitive sovereignty, which is basically maintaining discernment, your independent judgment, despite the abundance of information.